Hey everyone, Tessa Smith with mamasmiths.com here. That's MAMASMITHS.com. Also known as Marvel Goddess 24 over on Twitter. That's Marvel Goddess, 2 Ds, 2 S's, 24. Clearly that's for Marvel Comics. Now, obviously, huge Marvel fan here, okay? So this is my Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 movie review. It will contain spoilers, so I highly recommend if you haven't gone and seen it yet, which, first of all, why haven't you gone and seen it yet? It's been out for like almost a whole week. Anyway, don't watch this. Come back and watch it at another time. I'm curious to see if everyone agrees with me. Anyway, I was lucky enough to go to the world premiere, and I actually interviewed a lot of the cast. I was also on set when they filmed for a day, which was really, really fun. I also interviewed James Gunn and Kevin Feige. So I'm super excited to share all that stuff with you. It's all up at mamasmiths.com. I am interviewed Chris Pratt, Michael Rooker, Karen Gillan, just tons of people, okay? Zoe Saldana, so be sure to go check it out. Again, mamasmiths.com. All you have to do is search Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's all going to be there. It's also on the sidebar, so if you click that, it's going to have all my interviews from the set and also from the press event. So now I watched it at the world premiere, and let me tell you, I laughed hysterically. Baby Groot is incredible. I'm so glad I put him in my tattoo. He's right here. I started reading Guardians of the Galaxy comics when I was young, so I love Guardians of the Galaxy. They've always been a favorite of mine. So clearly, when I decided to get a tattoo of them, I kind of had a hard time going back and forth between the comic version or the movie versions. And I just loved what James Gunn did with the first movie so much that I decided to go ahead and go with the movie versions. Also, huge deciding factor was little baby Groot, because he wasn't a part of the comics, but now he is, which is really cool and really fun. But anyways, that was a big deciding factor, was Baby Groot. And also I love the humor, and I just love what James Gunn has done with the movies. So anyways, I was at the world premiere. I walked the red carpet. I saw the movie. I cried. I laughed. I cried some more. I cried a lot. I continued to cry. And then I saw the end credits and I freaked out. Okay, guys, Adam freaking Warlock. I don't mean freaking though. Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock. I have been dying. I have been praying. I have been hoping that he ends up in the movies because he is so powerful and so incredible. And hopefully, as Magus, I'm sure with the Infinity Stones, I'm sure that's going to happen with the Soul Stone. I just know it. But I'm dying. Now, I have a little bit more left here for my tattoo. I'm going to do Yondu. And now I've decided to actually add some fireworks around him because I'm still really sad about that. But also I think I'm going to save a little room for Adam. Now, I really just want to go ahead and put him in now. But I feel like I kind of need to do the movie version. One of my friends pointed that out to me. And I'm kind of I kind of do the movie version. So, James Gunn, if you're watching this, you should send me a sketch as soon as you get it so I know what to add to my arm. That would be fantastic. Anyways, so this is how I feel about the movie. I think it was better than the first. Honestly, I went and saw it at the world premiere. When I came home, I rewatched the first one. And then I went to see it again when it came out in theaters. And I got to tell you, I think it's better than the first one. Now, don't get me wrong. The first one is incredible. And quite possibly the soundtrack, I think I like the soundtrack better to the first one. I absolutely love the music in both of them, but I think the first one pulls out a little bit more. But they're both great. So I watched, like I said, I watched it again, and with the jokes and the humor, I don't know, I really liked, I guess I would say, the more family aspect of it, of the second one. I loved, I want to say Chris and Kurt, but Peter and Ego playing catch and really getting a bond. And you're kind of okay, I think maybe I can trust this Ego guy. Now, I didn't trust him at first. I thought something weird's going to go on here. And then I thought, well, maybe he'll end up being good. Maybe he's going to help him defeat Thanos. I mean, very possible, very possible. And then when he revealed himself, I was really pissed, especially when he said that he gave Meredith cancer. I wanted to punch him in the face myself. I was not happy. So I really thought it was awesome how Peter broke his spell like that. His eyes immediately changed when he said that, and he attacked him, which shows the love, I think, and the depth and of his relationship with his mother, which I thought was fantastic. Very well done. Very, very well done. So good job, James. I really love how Drax, Dave Bautista, I love how he stepped up more, I feel like, in Volume 2. I feel like we got to know him a lot more. He became more of a prominent character. Now, we'd already known about his wife and his heartbreak, but we knew a little bit more about it. And that moment when Mantis touches his arm and she just starts sobbing, both times in the theater I teared up. I'm almost gonna cry now, because you just know that the heartbreak that he feels, and you can see where he's coming from. So I really liked that about Drax. I felt like it gave him a little more depth, and his humor with Mantis, their interaction was fabulous. That was really funny. Everything he had to say about her was great. Always funny. Nebula and Gamora. Oh my gosh, that part at the end when they hugged. Now, I have 2 girls, and obviously, I didn't pit them against each other and cut one of them apart and replace them by metal, but they fight. They fight a lot. I mean, they're only 4 and 5, but they fight over the silliest of things. And I have a sister myself, and we've fought over the years. And just that part when Gamora, oh God, I don't want to cry. When Gamora hugs Nebula, and Nebula's like shocked at first, kind of, and then hugs her back. That was really, really touching. And I kind of hope, and I asked Zoe Saldana what she wanted, but I kind of hope Gamora goes and joins her, and they tries to kill their father together. And I asked Gamora, not Gamora, well, Gamora, but I asked Zoe Saldana during our interview. You can see up at mamasmiths.com what she had to say, see if she agrees with me or not. Let's see, what else do I want to talk about? Let's talk about Yondu, okay? Yondu was a pretty decent character in the first one. I really liked him. I love Michael Rooker. He's hilarious. He was tons of fun to talk to on the set, tons of fun to interview here after the world premiere at the press event in LA. And he seems like such a great guy. He's tons of fun. And I liked Yondu in the first one. I really did. I liked Yondu. I had always planned on having Yondu on my tattoo. I'm working on the top half. As you can tell, Gamora's not even colored in yet. But I'm adding Yondu down here, along with Nebula. But he really stepped it up. Michael Rooker and Yondu, I mean, geez, the breakout character of this film, I would say. Probably the most, my favorite character, honestly. I loved Mantis. She was funny. I loved how innocent she was. Pom is great too. She's super cute. And she's like that in person. She's like Mantis. I felt like I was talking to Mantis. But anyways, Yondu really, gosh, I don't know. When he was having that conversation with Rocket and saying, listen, like, I know who you are because you're me. Like, I was already sobbing at that point, the second time, because I knew what was coming. But even in the first one, that was touching, and I started to tear up. I was like, you know what? He's like, he understands, he gets it. Like, he loves Peter, and he's always pushing people away because he doesn't want to, he needs love. And, oh, I don't know. Oh, I can't even talk about Yondu without wanting to cry. But Yondu had one of the best lines, the I'm Mary Poppins. That was amazing. I love that one. He's like, is he cool? Yeah, he's cool. The second time I saw it, that part made me sob already because I knew what was coming. But for Yondu, someone like Yondu to just sacrifice himself for Peter. And poor Peter, though, having to watch it. I know I'm all over the place here, guys, but that was big for Yondu, huge for Yondu. And that's what stepped him up in my book and held him up and made him my absolute 100% favorite in the film. Peter having to watch that after watching his mother die and then having to kill his father, right? Having to make that decision. That's like a big thing he's taken on. And then to watch who he's known as his father and who he's realized is his father die right in front of him. Not only just die right in front of him, but he's literally sacrificing himself for Peter. So I really hope this doesn't bring Peter any guilt in the future, which I think we maybe might see a little bit of. I don't know. I hope not. They have a lot of stuff they can do already. I'm sure it's going to mess with him a little bit. I imagine, including the fact that he just had to kill his dad. So I think Peter might have some daddy issues, kind of like Nebula and Gamora. He might have some daddy issues to deal with in the future. Maybe he'll take it out on Nebula and Gamora's daddy. That would be nice. I totally think Adam Warlock's gonna step up and maybe kick some Thanos butt, but we'll see. I'm really, really excited for that. I'm really excited to see him. I'm not sure if we'll see him in Infinity Wars or in Guardians 3. The sooner the better for me, but I do also think it would make a great storyline for the Guardians. He's closely tied to the Guardians, so maybe he'll make a quick appearance in Infinity War and then kind of hang out in Guardians for 3 and maybe a 4 or 5 or 6, who knows. James Gunn can keep writing them. As long as he keeps writing them, I'll keep watching them. He does a great job. Fantastic. Absolutely love both the movies. Gotta say the second's my favorite, I think mainly because of that character development that I really, really loved. And I mean, just the whole thing was just so good. Just the whole movie from beginning to end. That opening scene with baby Groot was great. It was so funny. Groot was so cute. The part where Yondu and Rocket are in the jail cell and he keeps bringing them things. He doesn't know what the fin is. That was fantastic. Just all the little things. Everything was great. Now, if you head over to mamasmiths.com, again, that's mamasmiths.com, you can read my interviews. I will tell you, Michael Rooker told us about the time he fell asleep on set, so you might want to find out what scene he fell asleep during. You can find that out over on my site. You can also find out Chris Pratt told us a Easter egg about the movie, so you'll have to check that out. And there's just lots of inside information. Zoe Saldana helped Karen during the fight scenes. That's really fun to read about. Lots of great stuff. And of course, my interview with James Gunn is incredible. Did you guys know he almost didn't take the gig? Like, can you imagine Guardians without James Gunn? I can't imagine it without James Gunn. I don't know. I can't imagine that it would be any good. You never know, but he made it incredible. So anyways, that is my review, more or less. I say it's amazing. I say it's fun. I think if you have a kid like 7 and up, my girls are 4 and 5. They've seen the first one. You know, we're really lenient, but if you're a little more strict, I'd say between the ages of 7 and 9, take your kids. If you're not at all, you know, I mean, everyone knows their own kids, I guess, but I would take my girls and they're 4 and 5. But I think a lot of the things would go over their heads because they're too young. They wouldn't really get it. Like Yondu zipping up his pants. I think they would have no idea they wouldn't even think about it. And also on my site right now until I believe it is the 19th or around then, I have a prize pack up for grabs. It's worth over $200. It's a Guardians of the Galaxy prize pack. It's got some awesome toys, awesome merch in it. Lots of fun stuff. It's got like the set of 8 Funko Pops. So be sure to check that out. And yeah, my reviews up there, all my interviews. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video review. Again, head to mamasmiths.com. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. It's MarvelGoddess24. And every Friday, I have Fangirl Friday on my site where I talk about all things geek, gamer, and nerd related. And that is all. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.